square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Wilson to throw right away. It's his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out. To the 27.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Play action. Now Wilson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First reception for him. And remember, he leads the NFL in that category here in this first month. Also has a first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, "I'll take him, I'll fix him." The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, "He's yours from now on." Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. They go play action now. Wilson. This pass caught by Hamler. He's got the first down and more. Touchdown! KJ Hamler. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Counter play with Jacobs. Taken down at the 42. The Raiders at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw with Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 39. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. Now Carr. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
After the interception, here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
14.
They go play action with Wilson. Being chased out left. He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. And he put it right where it needed to be.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6. Now McManus for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Second down, Jacobs once more. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Here's Carr. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 2 there. Second down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Williams will score. Touchdown, Broncos. So how about this start to a year? Fantasy owners take note. 2 rushing touchdowns in the opener. 2 more here in week 2.
So a nice pickup by 2 entities. 1, this team for making sure they acquired this guy. And 2, anyone who plays fantasy who has him on their team.
McManus's point after is good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacob.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Broncos are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, will
No,
he?
he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Carr. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, played from 1989 to 2000, and Troy Aikman, he was about winning. Because remember, he had Michael Irvin to throw it to. We had Emmitt Smith to hand it to. Just imagine if he was throwing it the way that...
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Randy Gregory, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw his Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Carr to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A gain there of 21 yards.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Buying time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr steps away to his left. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfrow, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We know Melvin Gordon is very effective getting to the perimeter, but being a former University of Wisconsin Badger means you know how to run the ball inside and with power as well. I also like the fact that he's a weapon in the passing game. Had as many as 58 catches in a season. Throw it to him in space and look out.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep...
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Off the play fake. Wilson rolling to his right. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
Back near his goal line. Here's Carr. Sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man. Complete. It's Jacobs. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Carr now on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now Carr again. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Throwing now is Carr. And the Broncos get there and take him down. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
2021 was the first time in Jacobs' career that he failed to reach 1,000 yards in a season, but his scoring didn't slow down at all.
Still finished with 9 touchdowns in 15 games, and his 28 touchdowns since he entered the league are the 5th most in the NFL.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr now to throw. On a slant, completes to Michael Thomas. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Antoine Wesley, 50 yards. And the Raiders get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the 2nd half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He hits Adams, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First play of the drive, going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. He's got it up to the 15, showing off some fancy footwork there on the play. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. Dancing to his left.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Devontae Adams, 48 yards.
And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Out to his left. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick.
16 more on that one and another first down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Now Gordon on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They run straight ahead here with White. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll run for it. This is White. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw, it's Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Carr. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Carr now on 1st down. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Yeah, that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr
going to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams to about the 40-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Gordon got to be the veteran component of one of the league's best backfields last year in Denver. Even splitting carries, he was just outside the league's top 10 with 918 yards. He also added 8 touchdowns, his 6th straight year with at least that many.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
He's got exactly what you're looking for. The ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get them home free. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks.
They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Denver, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding it like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, I look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. To me, don't give a fuck about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Q-Bone staying with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the hit him, cause when you feel it in your soul, let the sound system, let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we flip the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more.